Welcome, Mehron. Welcome, Mehrons. Welcome, Mehrons. So today I randomly decided I wanted to do an Argonian from Skyrim. Don't know why. It's just, I don't even know. And if I fail, just pretend like I didn't and, well, I'll be good. So today we're going off 3 hours of sleep right after a full day of work, and you know, let's just get started. So as always, I took my white eyeliner pencil and sketched out the design I wanted. Then I took a yellow body paint from Mehron and just kind of started adding in some detailed lines, pretty much going over the center line and kind of dragging it outwards between these giant scales I put on my forehead. Then I got this light green color. I got mixing together a green, white, and yellow body paint from Mehron, and I stuck these on the bigger scales on my forehead. Then I made a darker green color using the same colors with a little bit more of the green, and I stuck that in between all of those giant scales that I made. And I went ahead and added some scales going down the nose as well. Skipping back over to the other side of my forehead, I filled in the other section with a darker green color. Then I went ahead and I grabbed my BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette and I got a few different colored greens, and I just kind of went to town shading in, just kind of making it look more realistic in a way, but not too realistic. I don't know what I was really going for, to be honest, but I just kind of shaded to my pleasure with these different colored greens and even some yellows. I just had some fun with it. That's pretty much it. Now taking that lighter green color again, I then just kind of filled in this eyebrow section, I guess you could call it. And I went ahead and skipped back down to the nose where I added some darker greens around the scales because I didn't do that yet because I wasn't quite sure how it was going to flow with the eyebrows. Then skipping back up to the eyebrow section, I went ahead and added some blacks and dark green colors around the top portion and blended it into the forehead just to make it look a little bit more detailed and make it stand out a little bit more against that base. And now taking some yellow body paint from Mehron, I went ahead and added some highlights into that brow section. Then I went ahead and I grabbed a few different colored green eyeshadows again and just started shading away. Grabbing that yellow body paint again, I just made some more detailed lines going down the nose because I kind of lost them as I added more scales. Grabbing that green eyeshadow, I went along those scales on my nose. I know I'm jumping around a lot, but I kind of just, I don't know, I had 3 hours of sleep. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I also used that green eyeshadow to shadow around where I was going to be putting nostrils to make them look more realistic and to hide my real nose a little bit better. Then I went ahead and I grabbed some black body paint from Mehron and I went ahead and filled in where the nostrils were going, and I made them a little sharp to make them look more reptile-ish. Then I grabbed that darker green color that I made with the Mehron body paints and I filled in the next section of my face, bringing it all the way down to my lip. Grabbing some more shadows, I added some shadowing around the eye as well as up and into those scale eyebrow parts. Then I grabbed the black body paint again on a detailed brush and I added some lines and kind of blended them out. And I also decided to go ahead and map out where I wanted the eyes to go. I kept my actual eyes in the look instead of painting eyes on top of my eyes. I don't really know why I decided to do this, but I thought it was kind of a cool illusion because then I could keep my eyes open, and if I wanted to walk around like a big reptile, I could. And then took that yellow and just highlighted some sections of that. Taking some more of that light green body paint, I went ahead and added some scales underneath my nose. Taking some dark green eyeshadows again, I just kind of made the scale stand out a little bit better. Now taking the light green body paint I mixed together before, I went ahead and filled in the next section of my face and blended it out with my finger a little bit, as well as mixing in some yellows and darker greens to kind of give a streaky effect. And then taking the dark green body paint, I filled in the next section of my face. I also went in with some regular green body paint from Mehron and filled in some of that on the bottom section just to give it a different green color, because it needed to stand out a little bit more than the rest of the face. And taking some eyeshadows, I went ahead and just deepened up those colors. I grabbed that yellow body paint again and filled in where the lips are gonna go, which are pretty much just thin lines that drag up that dark green section. Taking some more of those dark green eyeshadows, I went ahead and added some lines into that one section just to give the face more texture and detail. And I also took some of those dark greens and brought out my nose a little bit more. Then I took a white body paint and filled in the eye, and make sure to coat your eyelashes if they're really long like mine are so that it helps hide them. After that, I took that regular green body paint from Mehron and just kind of made some speckles onto the bottom section of the reptile. Then I went along them with some more of that green eyeshadow. Taking a stippling sponge and some black body paint, I went ahead and dragged that all over that bottom section. And then taking a different stippling sponge and some yellow body paint, I stuck that underneath the eye, kind of giving it some more texture and detail. Then I went ahead and took 20 hours to try and repeat it on the other side of my face. Next I went ahead and took some black body paint and just blackened out the rest of my face that I wasn't using, including my ears. Then I made these horns out of clay and I stuck them on my head using some spirit gum. And after that I painted them with a light brown from Mehron. Moving on to the body, I painted a section of it, my neck and a section of my chest, that same green color as most of the face. Then I took a brown body paint and painted where the shirt's going to be going. I made sure to keep the brown body paint very streaky, and I kind of made my brush swirl back and forth in it just to give the shirt a little bit of texture to make it look more like a fabric. After that I took a red body paint from Mehron and added a stripe along the outside of the shirt. And I also took that stippling sponge and ran it across the shirt with some black body paint just to give it some more texture, make it look a little dirtier. Then I took different greens and kind of shaded around the shirt to make it look like it's sitting above the skin. Next I took some more of that green eyeshadow and kind of just brought out some of my features because you can kind of see a lot of skin detail in the Argonians. And I also took that stipple sponge and some yellow and green body paint and just stippled it onto the neck just to give it some more scaly texture. And that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me any other ideas for the art related projects, and I shall see you guys next time. Bye!